Yo, I just made an error. This fucking stupid red candle that looked like a breakout moment. Um, Fucked my trade. I was like, oh yeah, this is great. This is a nice level. Boom, we're getting a breakout, new all-time highs. Let's go, new all-time highs. No. Why? And this stupid fucking trailing loss. Oh, it's so irritating. So I was up like $500 in the trade. Not a lot, right? But it was $500, and then or $700 something like that. And then boom, goes down. I had another order to buy a lot in here, and then boom, just keeps fucking diving. This is actually a healthy little fucking dive. This is this is quite nice. This has gone from 76 to 74 in less than 10 minutes. Like 6 minutes from there to there. That's a big drop. Big drop. Be interesting to see what happens here. You might have another chance to get it long, um, or we're gonna finally get a gut fill and have a good entry. But yeah, so I think I'm down now on the day. Yeah, fucking down a grand. I was up. It's so annoying. I was up about a grand not long ago. But the annoying thing with that is I'm 2,500 positive on this account, but I'm down 2,000 on my trailing loss because my total was up around 54 and a half, 55. See, this is now bullish, but very, very difficult, right? Even if this finishes green, very difficult to long this now because you've got this massive engulfing candle taking one, two, three, four candles in one hit. And if this one finishes red, it's taken a lot. I would probably back a gap fill, but I'm not going to trade that. I can't trade that gap fill, man. That's just if it went down and came back up, like maybe. So if it came under here and then hit and then rejected, when it gets under that line, you could probably take it. But like the 30-minute was looking so good on the cues. Like, have a look at this. It was looking so bullish. So you've got beautiful wick, and then this was all green, and you had a wick down the bottom, and it was just like green, green, green. And like with 5 minutes to go, this whole thing's fucking green, and then it goes droof, dies. So it's quite interesting. We might actually get a bit of a sell-off now. But I can't play this short. I just can't do it. Can't do it. Like, look at IWM dying in the fucking ass, which is great. If you guys were listening to my first one today, I said I was going to do bear spread. Let me share this screen with you, and I'll explain to you. Hold on. Present. Stop screen. I'll show you where I entered IWM and how this is actually turning out quite nicely now. So I put in bear spreads around here. I got in around there. It was 206 to 207. So I think I did 21 contracts, which for 2 weeks out. So I've gone in here. My bet is that the price will not be above 207 and will be below 206. If it finishes in between 206 and 207, I don't make as much. If it finishes under, I make the 970 US dollars or whatever in 2 weeks. Now, this level here, really big level, particularly this 208, but this 206 even, really big level for IWM, and this is a bigger rejection level, particularly after today. But very, very difficult for the IWM to get through this. Very difficult. So this pop this morning on, yeah, it was good. I don't know. I think the market's so full of shit at the moment. It's really hard for me to not be biased. But the one that is working, the trade that is working for me and working consistently is shorting the IWM. I'm doing it with spreads because when I've done just options, you've got this over time. The premium sort of fucks you a bit. If you do it with a spread and you're like, okay, cool, I'm willing to risk $1,000, then you're going to make the 1,000. If I do just options, right, because I've got some short at 207, I've got some short at 205, but if they finish under like 204, I still lose money. I need them to finish at expiry under sort of I think it's got to be under like 202, 201, which after today is a pain in the ass. It was looking really good before, but even that's not making that much. If I'd have done a spread for $1,000 on each of those, then I'd guaranteed make 1,000 on each. Instead, I've paid $500-600 for the options, and I just haven't really got the movement. So I used to do spreads, and I did pretty well on the spreads. I stopped doing it because I actually shifted to options, and I made a lot more money on options in a shorter period of time. But I was a lot more consistent with the spreads because it's just find your levels, wait for it to hit, boom, chuck your trade in. This is interesting for a fill. See, this was what I was talking about this morning when I had these trades. I was like, for me, I'll show you what this looks like to me. This is a fucking bull flag. Look, you've got boom, consolidation, and right here was your break. Like as soon as it got over this on that run up, that's where I got in, and I was like, oh yeah, baby, let's go. And I was looking at that. I was looking for, honestly, 478, because usually how you measure these is the length of this. And this has gone from 68 to 75. Like, that's a mammoth jump. So if this follows through, what should happen is you get a bounce, you get a shot from the break, 75, and your measured move is that distance. So you're actually looking at about 82. So I was thinking 78 was very conservative. Very conservative. It didn't fucking happen. Just fucking rejected. Super annoying. Anyway, got to take a shot. And I'm okay because it was bullish. It was bullish. I didn't go too crazy with size. It's annoying to be $2,000 down on that cover, but it shouldn't be too hard to make back. Like I said, the most important thing for me is to be making cash into my account. So I'm on the ones I consider really, really, really safe, like 90-95% chance of success. I'm doing these puts. I got some more VIX today. Yeah, and look, it's just fucking floating around this 12, and it doesn't seem to want to go under it. You got this political shit with Russia parking nukes in Cuba. Like, the whole world's a fucking tinderbox. And these things are just hitting all-time highs like they don't give a fuck. It is insane. It does not make sense. But it doesn't matter whether it makes sense or not. You have to go with the trend. Do not short the SPY or the Qs. Not financial advice, but you would be fucking insane to do it. And I'll show you why. Let's take a look at the daily charts, and let's take a look at the weekly, and let's look at it over the last however long. This is October last year. Up, tiny pullback, up, tiny pullback, up. Like, it's just going up, right? The only time you could short this is when you get a really, really strong change of trend. Here, boom, on this pullback up, that rejection there, that was a good short. That made sense. Here, trend is broken. Now we got a lower high, boom, we're going up again, long. Here, we've got big break, rejection, that was a short there. That was fine. Boom, consolidation over, we're going up now. So what we need, if you want to short this, you should not short this. Even this is such a bullish fucking candle. If you want to short this, the line in you probably got maybe levels here, right? So what you probably need to see is, I doubt it's going to happen this week. It might, if you get a really big red candle down there, that's sort of cool. But I still wouldn't short it until I get a break of this black line here, rejection, and back down. Rejection, back down. Once you start seeing that sort of continuation, then you're like, okay, cool. We're on a downtrend. The big level, and I still wouldn't even do it heavy volume. The big level is this low. If we can get under, you don't really have a downtrend, a proper downtrend, until this low is broken, until you get a break under 518. You just don't, because you're just creating new highs. It's going to be higher low and off it fucking goes. This is an important hold, this 533 here, but it's certainly not the end of the world, because you've got an opportunity for a higher low, which means continuation of trend until like 517 or 518. It has to get under 518 for this trend to change. So you can't short it. You can't short the Qs. You can't short the SPY. Should just be going long. Every pullback, boom. And I haven't done spreads on these because basically I just don't trust myself enough. But I would have been fucking cleaning up, making so much money on spreads. I might fucking go and do that, to be honest, because I don't know, makes a lot of sense. But I love the resistance that I see on IWM. That's why I'm playing it. True until broken, until proven otherwise, right? So I'll show you the weekly. I think a weekly trend break to start betting on shorts is more important. And that's, oh, you got a spot there. There you go. But the low, again, it's even lower than that 18 mark. It's a 412 on the Q. Like, it's a 60-point drop on the Qs. To get anything else is just a lower high. You could maybe call this 442 a low. Jeez, it's not really. It's more just sideways consolidation. I would really want to see a low under 412 on the weekly. So you need a weekly close under 412 on the Qs to change from aggressive to down. Like, it annoys me how strong this is, because I think it's bullshit. Just bet up. Just bet up on the Qs, on the SPY. Just bet up. IWM, on the other hand, you can see when I show you this, you can see this level really key. That's at 207.50, 208 is there. Really, you just got these weekly hits, up. You've had these couple of tiny little breaks above, but fuck all. Majority of the time, this was a wedge and it broke down. So I'm still expecting, I would probably expect this week to close under 200 for IWM. Just looking at that engulfer there, and you've had really good news here, and it's not holding today. I would really expect this to finish under there. And I'm hoping my puts are going to print, because they've got 2 or 3 weeks left. I want to see this down here. I really want to see this down here, and you've got a very fucking cool head and shoulders. And if this can get here and break, then I think we've got a real chance of getting to that 180. And if that can happen by the end of the month, ooh, baby, I'm going to be very happy. I'm very happy. But everything's too fucking bullish, so I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, right. So I came back. I put trades on after that. It looked like it was breaking out, so I don't really disagree with the trade. It's hard to, like, you know, the setup was there. I'm not doing it with a cash account. I'm doing it with one that I'm trying to qualify. So I'm okay with it. I did try and short this, which I said I wouldn't trade this anymore. So I tried to short it down here because I thought it broke and then it fucking went back up. This was the shorting candle, which you can see if you were going to short, absolutely fucking plumb perfect. 205, spikes up, rejects that beautiful weekly level, and boom, down you go. So that would have been a really nice short, actually. I just slightly fucked up on my timing, but the idea was still correct. So, yeah, I don't want to trade the IWM anymore. I'll do it on qualifying accounts, but I'm not going to do it on. Fuck me! Look at this. Look at this Qs. This Q. This is holding under there. Oh, I'm so tempted to short this. I'm so tempted to short this. Look at this wick. Oh, it's so sexy. Beautiful reds down. This should go down. This should go down. You've got a gap there. You've got fuck all volume in there. I'm going to go. I'm just going to do small volume. Do 9, 18 as my max. And my stop will be there. There you go. Trades on. I'm shorting the Qs. I know I said you shouldn't. And if this was a cash approved account, I would not be making this fucking trade. Believe me. I do not want to short this thing. The setup is there. It is definitely there. You've got this beautiful, like, peak volume, bang, 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 beautiful wick. Sellers are in control. It's moving nicely. And you've got the other thing that I love is this gap. So from this morning, this is really thin structure, really thin. So you should not need a lot of pressure to rock it down through that. If I lose, I'm going to be out $200-300. If I win, it's nearly a 10-to-1 trade. So probably $3 or $4 grand. So that's why I'm taking that. I've got the risks. I've got the levels. So yeah, got to give it a stab. I've got to back myself. Got to give it a go. I'll put that trade on for you guys so you can see it. And even the ES. The ES is probably a little bit safer trade to the downside, to be honest, than the Qs. I'm more doing the Qs because they move faster. And you got opportunity to make a shit ton more. So let me zoom over to my actual trade. And let's go follow that. Trade of 8. So here's a trade. This is where we're in. These are the levels that I'm at. Intraday levels. We're into the gap. I just don't know. You know, I might not win this one, and I'm okay. That's why I went down on size because I'm doing 15s, 3 lots of 15. So I don't want to short this. I don't. But my God, you have to look at this. This massive fucking red candle, wick back up, rejection right off that level into a gap. Oh, it's very hard to get a better setup for a downside run. That's a beautiful setup, but it's so fucking bullish. It's right at that point. Oh, the SPY is anyway. Fucking, maybe the SPY's a better play. This might be a better one. I think I'm going to play this.
Order filled.
So I'm playing both, which is definitely risky. I've got my stop. Small size. But again, to me, it looks like I've got to give it a crack. I think the SPY is a better play on the downside. I think I've got more chance, mainly because this acts as an anchor on the SPY much more than it does on the Qs. And this has just done a hammer under the VWAP. So I'm thinking they'll both go down and both potentially fill this gap. I've got my trade in above, so my loss is protected. I'm in small size on both. The risk is pretty low. If they both lose, it's going to suck. If they both win, it's going to be brilliant. But we do need some follow through to the downside. If we don't get it, then I'm in a little bit of trouble. But yeah, I'm still okay with both of those. It is going to suck balls if they don't follow through. I did minimal size because I don't trust them to the downside. I couldn't do this one now because I missed the entry. The entry was up here, 270. It was what's that? No, it was probably this level. See that low? Boom, touch there, 276, 275. That was sort of your entry. That wick was where I needed to enter this one. So it's already gone. So that trade's sort of done. Or it's too far gone to enter and have it make sense risk reward wise. The ES and the Qs are definitely both still in play. It's just it's fucking nerve-wracking, man, because we're into the last 13 minutes of trading, and I hate trading the last 13 minutes. And the other thing, the last few days, another reason why I really don't want to do these trades, the last few days at the end of the days, it's just fucking ripped to the upside.
Order filled.
Ripped to the upside. So I'm now in 18 on the ES, and it's starting to look like it's going to fucking shoot. That tail is definitely my stop. I don't know. It is what it is. It's gonna happen. It's gonna follow through, or it's not. You've had some really good sellers there, but I don't know that you'll get follow through. This is all supply now, and it still is until that gets over. It's just, again, because it's just so fucking bullish. I don't even want to play that gap because it is so fucking bullish. These Qs are about to get bought. This is going to suck balls. Fuck, I could nearly blow this account. And I've done really small size, and I think I'm being really conservative.
Order filled.
There you go. I'm in on both. Max position that I'm willing to put on that. And I think you're going to see pretty much what I said. End of the day, rip to the upside. Even though that setup is very nice for a downside play. Very nice setup for a downside play. It's just probably not going to go my way. Just part of it. I'm about to get stopped out of the ES. That's about to get fucked. The NQ is not far behind. And that'll be my day. Very negative. Yeah, and I've got about...
Stop filled.
There you go. So that's the ES done. The NQ is about to get stopped as well. It'll be funny if it doesn't. Fuck. Oh, man. That's a mad fake out. Because you have the candles. If this goes positive and I end up winning on this, which I don't really expect. I don't think so. I think I'm dead on this trade. but you got 10 minutes, so you got no fucking idea what games these cunts are going to play here. Like, you got no idea. If this dumps, like, you could get a whole gap fill. If not, it could just wick back up to the upside. Like, you don't know, man. This is, again, like trading the last few minutes. Not good practice. The only reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to qualify this account. It's not a money account. I would not be doing this with a money account. I'm even with a qualifying account, I'm doing a smaller size than what I would normally do. And it's a very good setup. It's a very good setup for downside. Not A because it's here we go. So we're gonna get a wick up. Fuck me, that's 1,000 there. What a cunt. Yeah, so I'm gonna be down. I'm gonna have about $3,000. It's gonna be about $3,000 left on that. There's my stop, so about half that stop gone. Annoying. Very close to getting stopped. Here it goes. Death. No, not quite. Really close. Really close. What are we in? 2 minutes in. Sometimes it does this thing where the candle like fakes out one way and bails down at the end, but I don't think it's just too bullish. Everything's too bullish about this. So we're about to get stopped.
Stop filled.
There's the stop. Okay. So I've got $2,500 on my trailing loss left for this account, even though it's still positive. I've lost the vast majority of my stop loss. And that is just fucking one of those things. This looked like a beautiful downside setup. More the ES than the Qs. And I mean, they fucking do that sometimes. The market is designed to kill the people participating in it. It's just what it is. It is designed to destroy them. And this is what it's done. People have got these levels. That's what they're looking at. They're like, okay, cool. We've got really nice continuation. A lot of people would have seen that wick. Cool, that's great. Just don't trade at the end of the days. The algos, they fuck you out. Even to qualify an account is probably not a good idea. I mean, the thing is, had that filled, this account would be approved today. So I'm sort of like, I knew the risk. I think even though it lost, it was managed well. So I'm not super disappointed with it. I'm just annoyed I didn't get that follow through on the upside, to be honest. Once it broke over, that was, frustrating. So I don't know, man. I don't even fucking know what to do now. Wait for the setups tomorrow. Wait for it tomorrow. I should have stopped when I was. Nah, I'm right with the fucking qualifying accounts. I don't really give a shit. Eval accounts, 3, which I think I have lost 3 times on this account today, which is my max. But, took the shots, looked at the setups, had a crack. Hard to be really upset with myself. I'm glad I had a good stab. But for tomorrow, let's have a look at. You still sort of want this fucking goes red now and rockets down. This is what the cunts do. They fucking stop you out. It is designed to take your money. Right. Let's have a look at Trading View. And I'll go through basically what I'm looking at tomorrow. These gap fills are still top of mind, right? They just are. Oh, can you fucking make bigger? Right. So IWM, you've got that really key weekly level. And get rid of that. Oh, this weekly. What do you really want to see? You can probably do, if you wanted to sort of look at bear spreads, just wait till it gets to that 207, 208 level. And then have a think whether or not that makes sense for you and your risk reward, your overall view of the market, how it's moving. But that's probably your range. If it comes back under, I wouldn't short it unless there's a very nice. You probably want a half hourly, maybe an hourly hold under 99, I think. When we look at, Qs are going now. But where's it going to finish? We're just going to finish in the same thing. So this is the same thing. Like, it's gone boom. This is going to go up, like 5 points at the end of the day. Go fuck yourself. So this is just a flush out. You've tried to get people long. They've been trapped. Boom. They've stopped out. You get people short. Exactly what I did. This is designed to do exactly that. You've got clear levels. You're like, okay, cool. We're going to go long. Yep, sweet. Looks good. Boom. Death. Okay, cool. Yep, looks good. We're going to go short. Gap fill. Oh, death. Like, it's just designed to fuck you out. And it's part of the game. That's why you've got to manage your risk and just accept it. If you want to play, it's going to happen. The best trade tomorrow. Let's have a look. Daily high. Boom. Break of that high, hold, and off we go. Blue skies. Or gut fill. It's low in the middle doesn't mean shit. Wait for the gap fill. That's what you want to see. SPY is probably going to look reasonably similar. There's your low. And there's your high. So if you want to play long, wait for it to get over 44.12, all-time high, and then it just goes and you manage it maybe with a VWAP. If you want to go short, a little bit harder now because this gap's not as appealing anymore. So you want it under 540 is probably what you want it under. So this is fucking off the VWAP very smoothly. I don't know what these are going to do, but you'd really love this gap fill 537, and you want to go long there. You want to enter long, and you've got fuck all resistance through these areas. Enter long, sell some probably at this level. That'd be your first profit, and then hold runners. Show your second lot here and hold one contract for the end. That'd be my sort of plan to go long. If we get that pullback, that would be bliss. I don't know that we'll get it. This one, well, you've got your low there, so there's no point touching in there. There's not enough room. Wait for it to come down to 468, close that gap, and then long it. They're your ideas. That's what we've got for tomorrow. I hope this IWM keeps on back. I'm just going to log in. I'm not going to show you this interactive brokers because I just want to see, because the US dollar fucking tanked today. I don't know why. Treasuries went. Because I think the dollar went down. I don't know. I don't know what the fucking thing is for the dollar. Oh, DXY, that's right. Yeah, so you got a bit of a... It's not that bad, really. Really not that bad. Bit of fucking exaggeration, isn't it? My puts on this have done quite well. I sold a bunch of puts on this, about a grand's worth, a little bit more, when we were down around that, near that 88 level. This has been... They're all just going to print for me. Basic premise was we had a change of trend. You could see this was forming a higher low. This, boom, bang, higher low. See you later. So change of trend, this here. And so I sold a bunch of puts and I've stacked them all the way down to 81 for the year out. And there was about, I don't know, maybe $2,000 of them or something. And I did that because I thought it was a really fucking safe bet. I think the chances of the Fed hiking rates more from where they are now after pausing, very unlikely. So I went pretty hard. API user. What the fuck's that? Wish to provide user activity. All of the... Awesome. What? I don't know what fuck API messages are. I don't think I do them. So anyway, let's go have a look what I made on that particular trade today, how much I'm up. Oh my God, take me to my fucking account. Okay, piece of shit. Fuck. Let's have a look. Sold a bunch of Vodafone puts at $8 as well for January next year, like long way out. But I would buy these anyway. So I'll show you why I sold Vodafone. So and that's, I get $600 US for that. I sold them at $8. So here, you can see, I'm just going to go to the weekly. You get an idea why I've got these levels, right? That 806 level is my fucking dream prices. 806 is from back here, like $8 is fucking 96 levels, right? It's just so long. 94. $7.30 is your fucking, where are we? 94, is it 93, 94? Like, these are just mental prices for this company. So I sold January. It's got to, by January next year, it's got to break this trend line, which I just think is so unlikely. So unlikely. It could happen. If it does, I don't really care because I'm going to get the company super fucking cheap. It pays a 10% dividend, and I think the growth potential is enormous, as well as I've got $600 premium coming in. So there's just no fucking downside really for me. Fuck all downside unless it goes bankrupt. So I did that one today. That is $469.50. I did a VIX one for September at $12, which is currently down But as you'll see, which screen am I sharing? Yeah, I am good. VIX, as you'll see, 1205. And I mean, it's just hard for it to get much lower. It just is. It might spike a little bit lower, but it's just going to pump back up. 12 is just such a strong level for the VIX. So I don't really mind selling for 12, 11.50. If it gets under 12, then I'm like loading puts at $11. So I've got a bunch of those on 11.50, 12. I've got one for June 17th at 12, which is getting close now. So I hope that doesn't get filled. That'll be a little bit annoying. I'll probably just close the option if I've got to close at a loss. Probably will. I just don't really want them at the moment. I need the cash in the account to hold my other option positions open. So I've got those VIX ones. All my UNG ones are doing really well. TLT ones are all doing very nicely. PBR, losing a bit of money on that at the moment. MU puts did shit. Regional banking ones, I'm up on one, down on two. It's a little bit negative overall for those, but pretty close. IWM bear spread, so $200 up on that today. Which is good. It's $1,000. So if I'm up $800 on that, I'll close it out. But good position, and I would do another $1,000 one if we get to 208. So yeah, yeah, a couple little good ones there today. A couple not so much. The general trading, it was fucking frustrating, but just frustrating because you could see you were getting fucked around. Just wasn't following through, right? There was a little bit of follow through in the morning. Again, why it's, if you're trading, just do it in the morning. But yeah, I'm pretty okay with what happened today. Still just waiting for that really nice setup, those really nice ones, but when they're not super great and there's still decent enough probabilities of success, giving it a whirl. So yeah, I'm okay with all that today. Oh, fuck me. Hopefully we get something a bit better tomorrow. Oh man. Anyway, I'm gonna have a bit of a lie down. Maybe watch some new stuff and see what the fuck's going on. Oh, go from there. All right. See you later, guys. I hope you had a green day. Greener than me. All right. Not really bad. And the thing, like, I don't mind those shots that I'm taking on the setups are good. The A+ setup, so really like a bang on, beautiful, perfect setup is when you've got all the momentum behind you. Meaning, so when I said it's so bullish, I don't want to go against it. It's because the weekly, the daily, the hourly, the half hourly, everything is going up. Okay, the half hourly wasn't. The half hourly was down. But everything was fucking up. So you go against momentum and trend. I don't know if I'd say more often. You can't be in there long. You have to get out quick. And yeah, so you just got to be really attuned to changes. And it looked like the change was on. I still am very okay with my entries there. Just didn't happen. And that's what happens at times. But that would have been, had I have done that with a with an eval account, one that could actually make me money. No way. Zero fucking chance. I don't think I would have taken one trade on those today because I didn't have maybe that initial one to the upside. I would have just worked on more of these. And I'm not doing a bunch of these together in a group because the trades aren't that super high quality. So when I've got like a beautiful 10 out of 10 setup that I'm like, holy fuck, this 9 times out of 10, this will make money, I'll do a group where I'll get a bunch of accounts on the same trade and do it all together. Otherwise, I only trade one because then that limits my risk more. Cool. But if it wins, I still benefit, just not as much. The probabilities aren't as high as winning. Right, so I'm leaving it there. I'll jump on tomorrow and see how we go. But, the plan's pretty simple. It's pretty obvious. You basically just want to fucking gap close and kick on. Rato. Chat later.